Where does your money go? We talk about this all the time when we're trying to help people qualify to buy a house, and this all stemmed from a conversation I had last night with a guy who's trying to buy a house. He lives in Philadelphia, and he says, Ryan, where I live, it's really getting bad. I'm trying to get out of here. Please, what do I need to do? And I said, first thing you got to do is you got to start with a budget. How important is budget when you're looking to qualify for a house, Neil?
Real important, especially when you don't make millions, when you need to save money, when you don't have a rich relative, brother, father, sister, mother, boyfriend. You need to start putting money away.
Yeah, guys, it's really important to
Or
realize
sell things.
where is your money going. And I went through, and this is actually what I did, this little exercise I went with him last night. The first couple things I said is, what's your rent? What's your car payment? What's your gas? What do you spend on gas a week? What's your insurance expenses? And that could be car insurance as well as health insurance expenses. Utilities, cell phone, cable. Are you paying for cable? Do you have the Max cable with the NFL channel and all the other stuff? And as far as groceries, these are like everyday necessities.
Go to your friend's house and eat there. Save some money.
The bad expenses, guys, and this is where people really start to open up to, wow, what am I spending my money on, is when you look at your bill. Now, this brings up another topic, guys. I'm a huge proponent for credit cards. People will say credit cards are bad. Neil and I both have been in a situation where credit cards were bad, but we cleaned up our act, and now we understand how to respect and utilize credit cards to their advantage or to our advantage. One of the things that I've learned most and which is best about credit cards are the category breakdowns of where you're spending. I love American Express. I personally think their customer service is the best, but I also love their statements. Have you ever looked at the statements and the breakdown and see where the money actually goes? They break it down by category, so you can have things like miscellaneous, or you can have things like food, or you can have things like entertainment. They break things down to categories that you can literally look at and say, I shouldn't have spent that money, or I didn't realize how much money I'm spending on alcohol, cigarettes, things like that. A good idea, guys, is to take one credit card, just one credit card, and only use what I call your stupid spending. And that way, at the end of the month, you can look at that category or that statement and see all the different categories and say, where am I spending my money?
Stupid spending card?
Stupid spending card. I just developed this last night. I just thought about it. Like, anytime I do stupid spending, I have a dining card. My Amex Gold is my dining card. Then I have a card for all my utilities, which is my everyday card. But then I should have a card for
What do you mean utilities? You put gas and electric you put on
gas,
utility
electric, every single thing that I have, my cell phone bill, every single thing goes on one credit card.
How about your mortgage?
No.
Because now you can pay.
You can use programs like Plastic, but here's the problem with that. They charge you a minimum of a 2.5% fee to do that.
Menlo or something. I just saw
Well,
something.
Menlo is one of them as well. The problem is this, guys, unless you're getting 3% return on that purchase, it doesn't make sense to do it.
I don't know. It makes me think you can't afford your mortgage.
What's that?
When I see people paying their mortgage on a credit card, I'm thinking they can't afford their mortgage, you know?
There's a company out there, I think it's called Allegiance. I think it's Allegiance. It's a black card with white dots on it. The first year, they give you 3% return, cashback return on all purchases. I've seen people for their first year of that card put their mortgage payment on that card because you're getting 3%, 2.5% fee. It's still a net positive of 0.5%. But most people, they're not that disciplined, and they're not going to go through all that work and that trouble. Mortgage is one thing I will not pay on a credit card. If I could pay without the fee, I would do it. But I don't pay a mortgage. Everything else, whether it's a $1.50 cup of coffee or my hockey team, if my hockey team were paying for the season and it's $1,000 to $3,000, whatever it is, I will put that on a credit card and let them give me the money so that way I get the points. Most people aren't that disciplined, and you shouldn't do it if it's risky for you. I know my boys, they would not, they wouldn't stiff me for the bill. But it's really important, guys, to understand where is the wasted spending. I mean, think about this. Even since COVID, how much have we learned that we spend out, eating out, and drinking
Here's
out?
the thing. We might not be going out, but you're ordering out. And guess what? I don't care. Everybody says food is more expensive right now.
Absolutely.
Even like going to the supermarket, all of a sudden everything costs more. I spent $800 in Costco, like 5 times. And when I never spent $800 in Costco in my life. It's just everything is more money now.
And we had a client in the last year, guys, that went to buy a house, and they're like, I don't know where my money's going. And fortunately, we looked at the bank statement. Now, that was more painful because we had to go line item by line item. But they spent 48 transactions eating out. It's like every single day they were eating out at least twice. So think about that, guys. If you're going through your statements and you see where your money's going, you're going to start realizing where the holes are and where you're losing funds, where you're losing.
Not only
extra
that, packing
cash.
your lunch, you can eat healthier.
True.
Eating out, you're not going to eat healthy. 9 out of 10 times you ain't eating healthy.
Most
Where
times,
you
right.
can pack stuff, buy food, buy bulk, and it's a lot cheaper.
So guys, do yourselves a favor. If you don't have credit cards or you're working to get credit cards, then obviously you can't do that. But if you have at least 2 or 3 credit cards, take one credit card and try to put all your utilities on it. That way it's easy. Say, here are my bills. My car insurance is paid on my credit card. In fact, it's a State Farm card for State Farm insurance. And then I get the rewards at the end of the year, and it pays for 1 month worth of my insurance premium. It's pretty cool. But get a credit card, pay all your bills.
He has
your
it
good
down
spending.
to a science. Seriously, he really does.
Listen, everybody's got their hobby. Some people it's fantasy football. For me, it's credit cards and credit card rewards. But take one credit card and put all your bills on it, and make sure that you're paying it off weekly or bi-weekly, depending on how big your limit is. Okay, remember, you got to keep that utilization below 10%. Take another credit card and go put all your stupid spending on there. When you go to the beer store, or the wine store, or when you're going to buy your pack of cigarettes and your smokes, put all that on another card. Your subscriptions. Now, obviously, your subscriptions, if you use Netflix and you don't really have much cable, you could put the subscription over here. But if you have subscriptions for things that you don't necessarily need, and again, you're trying to buy a house, put it on there. Say, whoa, how much money am I really spending? You may find out you don't waste that much money. That's awesome. My buddy last night I was on the phone with, he's like, I don't know where my wife spends her money. She makes a lot of money and I don't know where it all goes. This is a really good little tactic or a little trick or something that you could utilize so that you can figure out where's the money going.
You're not married.
Where can we cut back?
Can you imagine telling your wife that makes a lot of money, I want to see what you're spending it on?
I'm not telling her that.
You're going to get drop kicked out the window.
But it's a good idea to start looking at it and to have them look at it because even she said, I don't know where I spend my money. Put it on a card that gives you a category breakdown. Just make sure you pay the card off as soon as you hit 15%, 20% max, okay? Keep that balance low. You want to try to keep it below 10%. It's okay if you exceed that number. But once you hit 30% utilization, you get penalized on your credit score. So don't do that, all right? Anything else you want to add, Neil?
Nope, that's good.
Hope you guys have an awesome day. If you have questions, if you'd like help, we don't mind doing a quick analysis with you guys. Give us a call, send us a message. Let's set up a quick call so that we can at least put you on the path. We do have an online course that many people have taken advantage of, and they've used that course because it gives them constant information. They can go to that course early in the morning, late at night, when they're sitting at their kids' practice and they're sitting in the car waiting for the practice to be over. There's a lot of ways you can utilize that course to help educate yourself. So if you want more information, let us know and we will help you.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.